Hello everyone, my name is Nicholas Seymour. This is my Milestone 4 presentation for ENTR 6020 in the summer 2025 term. To begin, I want to give a brief snapshot of Dahlonega. Dahlonega is a beautiful city in the mountains of North Georgia. Springer Mountain, which is where the Appalachian Trail begins, is about a 20-minute drive to the north. The remote feel and beautiful view is home to many vineyards, cabins, and hiking lands, while only being about an hour north of the most populous city in Georgia, as well as the capital, Atlanta. Now for the history of Dahlonega. Gold was first discovered in Dahlonega in 1828 near the Chestatee River, about 20 years before the California gold rush. Dahlonega quickly became the epicenter of Georgia's gold mining industry during this time. Later, during the Civil War, these gold mines were seized by the Confederacy, and the economy transitioned away from gold and instead had a focus on timber and agriculture. This agricultural shift led to the creation of North Georgia Agricultural College, which we know today as the University of North Georgia. In the 1970s, a focus on tourism began centered around these historic gold mines. The previously abandoned gold mines are now utilized for tours. These gold mines, along with vineyards and overlooks, create a seasonal tourism rush. I have a picture of one of the main tourist gold mines to the left, the Consolidated Gold Mine. During my research, I found some areas of improvement related to the mines, the first of which being polluted water caused by acid drainage. Since gold-bearing ores contain sulfide minerals, they react with water, raising the water's acidity. Along with this, gold miners also used to use mercury when mining for gold. The mercury has been found to contaminate the sediment in and around the mines. Another environmental issue that these mines caused come from hydraulic mining. Hydraulic mining caused unusually rapid sedimentation and floodplain aggregation. A new floodplain is currently being formed as streams migrate laterally and erode the mining-related sediment from the abandoned mines. And the last point I want to bring up relates to tourist destinations as a whole, and that is waste management. Trash cans fill up quickly and begin to overflow, causing litter to spread. I want to backtrack real quick to the issue I previously discussed about mercury being found in the sedimentation, and just how big of an issue this can be. Mercury is a toxic heavy metal that does not break down in the environment. Microorganisms in sediment consume mercury and produce methylmercury. Humans that eat fish and other wildlife from areas with methylmercury can suffer from both neurological and developmental problems. During my research, I found that the acidity of water does not seem to influence the methylmercury transformation. I figured this was worth looking into, since acid drainage was also an issue related to these mines. It's good to find out that while the acidity is not making the mercury pollution worse, there are still two separate pollution problems at hand. Next, I want to touch on the state of the university today. UNG is one of only 6 senior military colleges in the United States. There are 5 campuses throughout northern Georgia, and Dahlonega has the largest enrollment. Dahlonega is rapidly expanding, mainly as a result from this rise in enrollment. The Dahlonega campus has over 4,400 students as of fall 2024. Here are some potential areas of improvement that I noted during my initial research. First of all, there's a strain on student housing and transportation present with the increased number of students enrolled. Secondly, some of the buildings on UNG's campuses are quite old. These older buildings, such as the Price Memorial Hall, built in 1879, which I have pictured on this slide, may have old and inefficient lighting as well as climate control. And lastly, just last week, the Dahlonega Nugget posted a story about an arrest made on campus for a man being spotted with a rifle case. Active gunman situations are a real fear across the country on all school campuses, and Dahlonega is no different. The gold mines and the University of North Georgia are the primary centers of my attention when looking for areas in need of innovation. But here are some additional topics I found that can also benefit from innovative ideas. The first of which being Lakes Warner. This is a popular hiking area which has long suffered from dangerous walking paths that lead right alongside a busy road. Secondly, I know from firsthand experience in my trip to Dahlonega this past winter just how bad the cell phone service was in the area. This is caused by the mountainous terrains, and it poses a dangerous threat in today's modern world where so many people rely on cell phones for GPS and communication. I've mentioned the rise in population, and this is creating a housing shortage that the city of Dahlonega has publicly spoken out on. They've even mentioned creating a community revitalization plan to manage growth, infrastructure, and communication. Due to Dahloneg's landscape, heavily wooded areas are at a high risk of wildfires. Strong winds recently created raging fires that local firemen were struggling to contain. And lastly, I stumbled upon multiple reports of local community members speaking out about dangerous intersections in high traffic areas. This concludes my initial research update on Dahlonega. I'll continue to look into these areas to gain a better understanding of the city and its needs. Thank you.